Last Sunday, President William Ruto was very specific and very clear that his coalition was ready to engage with the opposition, which is Azimio, on one specific matter, that is the composition of IEBC through parliament. But days later, Raila Odinga and the Azimio Brigade have come out expressing in some way that they want to co-opt into government, that they want to be part and parcel of the executive in making decisions. Now, in today's video, we are going to look on a few reasons why we feel like the handshake is not going to happen. But before we do that, in the event that you are new to this platform, subscribe. And if you're watching us from any other social media platforms, move over to YouTube, look for Dalphant Nyataige, subscribe so that when we do another video like this, YouTube will automatically inform you. Now, reason number one is the hardliners. Contrary to what people think, the hardliners are not the likes of Kimani Ichung'wah, Ndindi Nyoro, or even Rigathi Gachagua. The hardliners are the people who voted for this government. The people are the grassroots. Now, history records that these people don't like Raila Amolo Odinga. And when Uhuru Kenyatta refused to hear them out, they went to the ballot to punish him. That is how Uhuru Kenyatta became unpopular. If William Ruto makes a mistake to shake hands with Raila Amolo Odinga, these same very people are the grassroots, will go to the ballot to punish him. They will feel betrayed. And that is a mistake William Ruto cannot afford at any cost. Reason number two why the handshake is impossible, it's because of the international community. And people are not taking the international community very seriously. You know, in 2007, they supported Raila Amolo Odinga because in Kibaki's first term, he had demonstrated to them that he was only interested with China, which is the East. In 2017, they supported Raila Amolo Odinga to take care of their interest in that government because in 2013, in Uhuru's first term, he had demonstrated that he was collaborating with the East, which is China. But in 2022, they invested carefully because they have supported Raila Amolo Odinga for decades and he has never won any elections. So this time round, they went and supported William Ruto. They put their resources behind him. Now, William Ruto has won this election and he has shown them that he is ready and is willing to collaborate with the West. Remember, the international community is the one that puts pressure on presidents to act in a certain way. They're the ones who put pressure on Kibaki to accept the handshake because, you know, they come in pursuit of stability and development and such a kind of things. This time, they are not backing Raila Amolo Odinga. They are with William Ruto. So they don't see the need as to why Raila Amolo Odinga should have a handshake in this government. If anything, Raila Amolo Odinga is a representative of the East, which is China, where Uhuru Kenyatta is aligned to. So the West will not want to, welcome him into the government that they formed because in a way they put their resources behind it. So Raila Amolo Odinga doesn't have stake here. He doesn't have the international community here. If anything, they have turned against him. They're giving him sanctions that if you don't drop these mandamanos, we are going to freeze your international accounts. You know, these rich people, these politicians have offshore accounts. Also, they have a few developments outside there, especially in Europe. So, if Raila Amolo Odinga doesn't drop this mandamano, they're going to freeze his accounts. They're going to ask Interpol, to look into his debt. And then they're coming up with reasons as to why those accounts that are offshore with billions and billions of dollars need to be frozen. And that is what they're using to tame Raila Amolo Odinga with. Now, another reason as to why the handshake is impossible, it's because this government of Kenya Kwanza was formed on the premises of being anti-handshake, of being anti-Raila, of being anti-dynasties. So they can't afford to go against what they preached during the elections. Remember, this was, their messaging. This was what they carried across the country, convincing people to vote for them, telling them how the handshake had failed the government of the day. So they can't afford to go against their words. And if they do, they are likely to turn unpopular overnight. So if you see Rigathi Gachagua, if you see Kimani Ichung'wah, if you see Ndindi Nyoro, Moses Kuria coming out strongly opposing the handshake, it's because that is the feeling of, the grassroots. That is what is popular at the grassroots. So they're playing tune to it. They cannot afford to go against the wishes of the people who propel them into power. And that is what makes it impossible. Then lastly, we all know who Raila Amolo Odinga is. He has joined governments since 1997. And once he joins those governments, the only thing he does to the ruling party is destroying it. He did it in KANU, he did it in Jubilee. Why not do it in UDA or Kenya Kwanza? So, why could William Ruto risk what he has worked so hard for to bring together to please Raila Amolo Odinga? William Ruto will not allow Raila Amolo Odinga anywhere near Kenya Kwanza. He will not allow Raila Amolo Odinga anywhere near his government, because he knows Raila will get in, he will divide the chama, he will get a good substantive number, then he will challenge him in the next election and he will pull a surprise on him. So William Ruto is not stupid. I don't think he will allow Raila Amolo Odinga to co-opt into this government, because he knows his history, he knows him very well, he knows what he's capable of doing. And also another reason as to why the handshake is also impossible, it's because William Samoei Ruto doesn't want to look defeated. He doesn't want to look like he can be intimidated into making decisions that are unpopular, that he can be intimidated into making decisions against his wishes. So there is no way the president of this country is going to play, a victim of blackmail. He's not going to allow that. He's not going to allow to look like someone or anybody can intimidate him or can blackmail him. And lastly, it's because, this government is in excess. We have prime cabinet secretaries. We have 50 CASs. Where's Raila Amolo Odinga being co-opted to? Because the prime cabinet secretary is essentially the prime minister from this structure that we have. So I don't think there's enough space to accommodate Raila and his allies in this government. So the best shot, or the best thing that Raila Amolo Odinga can get out of this is being the official opposition leader. And that is the proposal that William Ruto has put on the table and is telling him, take it or leave it. Anyway, we hope Raila Amolo Odinga will make a wise decision, because I don't think William Ruto is going to agree further to anything else apart from giving him the office of the official opposition leader, where they'll give him a small budget for opposition, so that we can have an opposition that is structured, that is institutionalized, rather than having an opposition that is subversive. So we are going to look at how this is going to shape out. Both sides have held their ground. It will be interesting to see whether Raila Amolo Odinga will agree to William Ruto's terms, or William Ruto will be intimidated into agreeing into a handshake coalition. But keep it here, subscribe to this channel, so that when we do other videos like this, YouTube will automatically inform you. Thank you for your time.